Where's Teresa? Oh, there we are. Hi, we're Impromptu, and we are going to do a dramatic improv show in the genre of what we call Southern Gothic. It's very much a Tennessee Williams, William Inge kind of story.
Mid-century United States.
Yeah. And I'm Kathy Rinaldi. This is
Joe Rinaldi.
And I'm Teresa Bueno.
And our tech with us is Rachel Wasserman, and she is, I think she is the host now. Yay! We got it sorted out. So we were waiting to hear if there was a suggestion. We had asked for a suggestion about where we have just returned from. You know, it's 1948. We have been somewhere, and we have two suggestions, and they are, as we wait for the chat, Alaska and a dance at the country club. Dance at the country club.
Dance at the country club, because we're not dressed for Alaska.
We're not dressed for Alaska. Okay, we will be right back. Oh, I am exhausted.
It was fun, I'll give them that.
Well, I don't know where, I don't know what happened to Belle.
Oh, she was behind us. I know she was cutting the road, so I don't know.
Goodness. Woo. Hey.
Hi there.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, absolutely. It was lovely. There's nothing I like more than a dance.
Mine are just so but I don't mind at all. Do you?
Not at all. Oh, it takes me hours to go to sleep after I've been to a dance like that. I'm sure glad I came over with you folks.
Well, Belle, we're going to have you over all the time because you're our sister.
Well, I reckon.
We do. You know, I think they put something in the punch, but I'm not sure.
Oh, they put something in the punch.
There you go.
Well, if they didn't, I'm about to. Can I fix y'all a drink?
I would love a drink.
That would be marvelous.
But Belle.
You don't mind if I make myself.
Belle.
What? What?
Don't you think that Bobby Joe put some rum in the punch?
Well, I don't think it was rum. I think it was some of that homemade hooch is what I think it was.
No.
Yeah, he's too cheap to put rum. By the way, would you like a little?
What about rum?
Nothing.
Can I make you a drink?
Oh, please, you know that. I don't have to tell you.
Well, probably going to want his light drink like he always does. Oh, you know you don't like to get that happy, do you?
Hey, Sal, we got to be working tomorrow.
It's a control issue.
Is it? Suppose it is.
I have to be in control. Who do you think's running the show down here?
Your dear.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have one too.
Here you go. I didn't forget you.
Thank you so much.
Now I pour myself.
Oh, that feels so good going down.
So, Bill, tell me. Who's that gentleman you were spending most of your evening dancing with? I don't think I've seen him around these parts.
Well, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies.
I think I saw him strolling past the store 3 times last week.
Maybe it was.
He was looking in our window and I saw him staring at you.
Yes, maybe he was. But it doesn't matter. I don't like men that chase me. They're fun to play with, but they're too easy. I don't like them when they're easy, you know? It's just boring like that. Mama always said, didn't she, Thomas? What Mama always say about men that chase women?
Good luck catching them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I always like to give a man enough rope that he can tie himself up. When he come on too close like that, it's just boring. That's all I got to say. Speaking of that, how did Thomas pull you in?
Well, you know, we all like these dances and it's nice to see everybody, but you know, since Violet passed and Laura lost Jim,
Only lost him a year ago. I mean, I don't think I should have to be dancing already, but it was fun.
I don't think Belle meant anything.
Okay.
It wasn't anything wrong with it. If anybody had to say something, they would have told me, and I didn't hear a word, so I'm sure everything was fine.
Then you were walking past when Mabel Henley just stared at me like she just did one of those, you know, the way she lets her eyes run all the way down your body and back up again.
And I don't know why you pay attention to Mabel and pay her no damn attention.
Because she's in the ladies auxiliary, right? Right?
True, she is a powerful woman, but everybody knows how Mabel is. Everybody knows Mabel's just like that. She's looking for a story. That's what she was doing, just looking up and down, looking for a story. She's probably gonna be talking about your dress, wondering if it was the same dress you wore last Sunday or the one you're gonna wear next Sunday. It's just the way Mabel is.
Well,
What, babe?
do you think that people are looking at my dresses and saying that I wear them the same ones too much?
No more so than they talk about everybody else.
Well, it's just that, you know, during the war, we didn't buy much like everybody else, and I just haven't gotten around to buying new things because I was wearing black for so long.
I
I don't think you need to spend too much time, and Bill, please agree with me here on this. You don't need to spend too much time worrying about what Mabel or any of those other nattering chickens in town say about anything.
But look at Belle. She's beautiful.
Oh.
And that yellow dress she has on tonight.
Well, you think people don't talk about me?
Well, I don't think they're that unkind, are they?
Oh,
Kind of. But it just depends.
On what? On what?
You know, your sister being younger than us, and,
Yeah.
well, she's, you know, still got a little life left in those skinny little legs out there prancing around town.
be careful there.
Thick legs.
Be careful.
Well,
You got the right to still live it up if you want.
right.
And you should. You absolutely should.
You've never been married. You can still be married if you want to.
Operative word is want to.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have a nice life.
As for us, no point. We've already done that, both of us, and now with Mom and Papa passed, two of us just a widow and a widower, taking care of the whole family house.
Well, I don't care. what anybody said. The country club gives the best dances, and I'm gonna start going every month, because it's fun, even if they did look at me.
Well, they're putting the Kiwanis Club to shame, I'll say that.
Right.
And their chicken is very, very good. It's not that rubber that you get over at the Kiwanis Club. Honestly, you have to choke that down with fire water practically. It's the only way to eat it.
Sometimes you get very specific. Like that, right? What are you doing to make us some hot cocoa? I just
Oh,
feel like
good.
it feels good after getting all.
Oh, good, a hot cocoa chaser with a,
She's getting all domestic on us now.
that's right, lovely. So, how serious is it there with your new gentleman, Paul? Don't tell me you weren't. I had him up to me or something. Just fine.
Just something to play with.
Maybe it's time you stop playing. Why don't you think about settling down? Why not?
Huh. Why would I want to do that?
Well, very simple. You can run him ragged, and then eventually, when the poor old geezer kills over because he can't keep up with you, gets a nice inheritance.
I like the way you think, brother.
Always got to be a motivation to everything, Belle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, what I want to know is what exactly are your plans?
Right now, I think Laura and I will just tend to Mom and Papa's house here. And eventually I'll sell it. But don't worry, we'll include you in the whole shebang. But at some point, we've just got to figure out what it is we want to do with it. I just don't want to be tied down here forever, but I'm not going to live forever either.
She loves that house.
Yes, she does. It wasn't more than both you and I combined. Not that I don't love the house. It's our family home. It's where we grew up. We had a lot of memories here.
It's true. A lot of bad memories too.
Yes,
Good.
well, Belle, we've had a lovely night. Let's not go back through all those bad memories because every family has good and bad memories.
You're right. You're right about that. But I can tell you one.
I got some hot chocolate. I didn't get any for you, Belle, because you never want hot chocolate.
Now, I wouldn't want to spoil a good buzz.
But Belle,
What?
did you see the little note on the table in the kitchen for us? It's a pretty little thing. It's got your name on it and our address, but it's in a little tiny envelope that looks like an invitation.
Well, maybe I should go check that out. I think I will.
All right.
I don't think it's that. Well, she let it awful fast. I think it might be an invitation to something where she could meet someone finally.
Well, she sort of met this guy tonight, but I don't know what to ask her.
Like making that hot chocolate, don't I?
Yeah, very hot too, I might add. It's
Oh.
delicious. Do you want to tell her about this house or not? So I let the cat out of the bag and we'd stay here till we sold it. I mean, we have to give her a cut and the whole thing too. I know we've been taking care of this. She's not. But that's what she is our sister. So we sell it. Get out from under it.
Where are we gonna live? Where are we gonna live if we don't live here?
Well, Laura, if you want to stay here,
I want to stay here. This is where Mama and Papa said we could stay here forever and ever, all men, anytime we wanted to. Didn't matter what happened in our lives. I don't see why I should have to move.
Laura, this house needs so much work. We don't have the money to all the upkeep that it needs. The roof is almost shot. The walls.
Get a job.
At your age.
Well, it's my age.
I didn't mean it that way, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, my age is only 2 years older than you.
Well,
And besides which, it's not like I can't help Val at her store as much as I want to. I could be in there more and more and more. I bet that she would give me all the hours I needed if I wanted to.
all right, let's just do a little what they call play acting here. All right, you go into Belle and you say, Belle, hi, it's me, your sister. I'm sure you remember. I would like to have a job here.
A job there, well, I don't really have a job there. I just sort of help her out. But what if I said I needed money,
Yeah, like a paying position.
like a paying
It's not
position?
like she brings in a lot of money in this little shop of hers. So now she's gonna have to pay you? Think, Laura, she can't help you, she can't help herself. Don't be
It
giving me
seems-
that look.
Because that look means that I think that you don't want anymore.
Laura, you're my sister. I love you. I love our house.
You don't want to live here anymore.
How do you figure that? Just by me simply saying, the place is falling down and we may have to sell it.
But you have said that over and over and over again for at least 3 months. There's no losing Jim, but now you're going to tell me that you don't want to be here anymore either? First Mama, then Papa, then your wife, then
I am not unsympathetic to the fact that we've had a lot of loss in the last year and a half, 2 years. That said, well, we can't go on forever like this. We don't have a lot of money left in the bank to keep this house. Now, look,
what's the name?
I say, Laura, immediately you think that I'm out there playing the field at my age.
I don't think you're playing the field, but I think that there's something driving you to make this decision, right? Because you were pretty happy just living here for 3 solid years. Now, all of a sudden, you want to move and you want to sell it and you want to have some money in your pocket. I know that you and Belle think that I'm a little bit simple, but I'm not simple enough that I don't figure out some of these things all by myself.
Oh, we
And one
don't.
of the things I know is that if you're doing all this, it's because you've got a woman
Laura,
somewhere.
please, we do not think you're simple, A. B,
Yeah, you think I'm simple.
no, we do not. We do not. You're our sister, we love you, we love each other, we have our disagreements, but we are very much a family, we very much love each other. There's absolutely no one on sweet on.
Sweet on me.
We don't listen.
Think you can sweet on your sister. I'm going out for a while. I'm going for a walk before bed. And I don't need no company, none.
Fine, fine.
Where's she going in such a huff?
Going out to get a little night air.
Well, it seems that I have been invited
Yeah?
to the Ladies Auxiliary to run for president of the Ladies Auxiliary.
Well, how exciting for you, Bill. Sort of like your, I don't know, coup d'etat, or whatever the French people say.
Oh, you've been reading those big words again.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. She's gone, isn't she? Here,
Yes, yes, Laura went outside.
you got a light for a lady?
Yes, I do.
I don't want her to catch me smoking. She thinks it's not ladylike. Go ahead.
Well, it's not.
Give it.
It's not, but no turning back now on that one for you, Bill.
No, no turning back on a lot of things.
So how things down at the shop? How's that shop of yours doing?
We're making money hand over fist down there.
Really? Well, that sounds exciting. I had no idea you were doing that well.
Oh, yeah.
How nice. So
Yeah, very nice.
you must be so busy then you probably need, I don't know, more help down there. Maybe you need to actually pay the people who help you out in that store of yours. What do you think of that?
If I could find the right person, someone with some class and some style,
Sure.
someone's,
Well, that's important for that business that you're running.
I mean,
Might I suggest that there's a blood relative who helps you in that store of yours? Unless you've forgotten that your sister volunteers essentially to help you run that place.
oh, goodness. You cannot possibly be talking about
Laura,
Laura.
unless you forgot her name.
No, I was just stunned that you would think that Laura could possibly work as a sales associate at my store. I mean, yeah, she can help out with the stock and what have you every once in a while, but I need someone.
It's not Gimbel's. She just came back in. It's not Gimbel's and it's not Macy's or any of those highfalutin places up north. You know she can help you. Hello, dear. How was it outside? Nice?
Belle. Guess who I ran into outside?
Hey, Laura.
Oh, so
Fine.
fresh and beautiful. Guess who I ran into?
Who, honey?
Mabel Henley. And guess
Oh.
what?
What?
She's run for the ladies auxiliary. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's something. Well, run all she wants. You're looking at the next president of the ladies auxiliary.
What?
Goodness.
What were you ever going to be interested in the ladies auxiliary?
Once I found out Mabel Henley was running.
Yeah, it looks like you two have quite a competition. I imagine the whole town's ears will be on fire listening to those debates, as it were.
Oh,
Belle.
wait.
Oh, I hate this stupid thing. Belle, how about if we talk about it at work tomorrow? I'll be in by 10.
Well, good, hon, because there's a whole shipment that came in that needs to be sorted and put out on the racks. That would be lovely.
I love it when you need me.
I'm gonna go make sure everything's all set out in the yard.
Okay, I'm gonna turn in. I've just had a great night. Night, Belle.
Good night.
Getting mighty late. Well, if you're up when I come back in, we'll continue our conversation, but I gotta make sure the yard's all locked down.
You do that. I'll be out myself for long. And oh, Lord of mercy, what a day. Goodness. Hello? Why, hi. Yes, Thelma. I did see the invitation. Yes, of course I'm going to run for the auxiliary president. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I would love for you to head up my campaign. Yes, indeed. Oh, I don't think we have to worry about Mabel at all. No, not especially with you heading up the campaign. I think it's a shoe-in. All right, sweetheart. Come by the shop next week. We got a new shipment coming in. Indeed. All right. Bye now. Man, business just keeps coming in. I wish I could find somebody to
Well,
help.
who's that on the phone?
Oh, that was Thelma. She
What's
was,
she got?
she was volunteering to head up my campaign for the president of the Ladies Auxiliary. Isn't that so funny?
Getting awful big and fancy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, a lot of people are moving up in this town, you know?
But why do you have to have a campaign?
Well, you just talk to people and we might have a ladies' tea or something like that. These are the kind of sophisticated things that women do at the auxiliary. Yeah.
I would like to join the auxiliary. I never even thought of that. I thought it was just people having lunch and just maybe chatting away all afternoon. It didn't feel like they did anything useful.
Oh, they don't. They don't do anything useful at all. Just sit around and gossip. Nothing you'd be interested in at all.
Well, if you were there, I'd be interested.
Well, you see plenty of me. You see me here at home and at the shop from time to time when I'm not helping some of our patrons. And by the way, I wanted to speak with you about that.
About what?
About the shop.
Oh,
Yes.
I was telling.
Yes, I wanted to say that, you know, I've been seeing a little too much of you on the floor. You know, it's better if you were to stay in the back with the inventory. You know, you may not present the right picture to the ladies of town. You
I
understand?
guess there is a lot to do in the stock room.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you couldn't have anything to sell if I didn't put it on the shelves, right?
Absolutely right, sweetheart. I don't know what I would do without you.
I could wear nicer dresses if I made some money.
Well, you wouldn't want to be spending your money on dresses. I mean, where would you go? What would you do?
Go to the dances, Belle. And maybe I could be out here on the floor sometimes where it's all bright and shiny and all the beautiful things are.
Oh, well, that'll have to be something I can take under consideration. Give it some thought. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna go run down to the store. I seem like I forgot something. I just want to make sure that that back door is locked.
The shop while you're gone.
I'm sorry, say again.
Come back to the shop while you're gone.
Yeah, you do that, sweetheart. You do that.
Yeah, well. I think I had all this extra money hidden here. I would imagine nobody would know. I would know. Oh dear. There goes my guilty conscience again.
not. I suppose put a little aside for Laura. That would be good for her. Belle's doing fine on her own. She doesn't need anything. So if Laura don't want to sell that house, I guess I'll just let her live there. Of course, that cuts in a little on the cash flow, but that's all right. There'll be plenty more where that came from. Imagine that. All these years, I was just a regular small town businessman. I do miss you, but my goodness. Didn't expect to come upon money quite like this. Yeah. You'll be all right. Nobody will ever bother you again.
Well, let me just wrap that up for you and I'll put it in the bag and we can just, what? No, I don't usually work in the store, but Belle's out for a few minutes and I'm covering. I am managing.
Excuse me, Laura, dear, what are you doing on the floor right now?
Well, there was nobody else for a while, and so I just came out and helped the customers, and I just made a sale. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, we do have our reputation to uphold here, dear.
Reputation going well. I told them I was pleased that they came to the store, and I answered the questions about the dishes, and I rang up a mug, and I wrapped it ever so nice.
Yes, dear. Well, I guess as long as you stay over here in the houseware department, it'll be fine. Just please make sure you don't go into the ladies' fine dresses.
Oh, it's jewelry. I like the jewelry section very much.
Well, that would be another place where you have to understand about jewelry in a way that you, dear, have just never been exposed. It's not your fault. You just
Be
don't.
exposed. You could let me see some of your jewelry. I could then be exposed, couldn't I?
Yes, well, like I said, I would take it all under consideration. You see.
So maybe one day.
Maybe one day. That's right, dear. Maybe one day.
I'll go and finish those boxes and get them in the storeroom and unpack them for you right away. And I'll see you at home tonight, because after that, I've got to go down to the drugstore and buy some things what do I have to buy some? I have to get something at the drugstore, I know, but I will be seeing you for dinner because I'll make dinner and I'll see you then. Okay, bye.
Don't tally, because we all like our dinner warm and on time. Oh, goodness. Yes, may I help you? Bo. Bo. Bo, are you here? Gotta talk to Bo. Somebody's been putting high. Yes, me.
It's not.
I want to know, have you been putting highfalutin ideas in Laura's head? She's got some notion. She actually had the audacity to come onto the floor and sell a mug out of our little houseware department. I was just embarrassed to death.
Or a coin in the coffer for her. Sounds like she did a good job. You
You
know,
don't-
I think if you gave our sister half a chance, you'd find that she can do a darn good job for you.
I'm sure she could. The problem is there's a sophistication that my patrons expect from the store that she just, as sweet as she is, she just doesn't bring herself forward in the way that represents Belle's delights.
I see. I'm beginning to think that that store of yours is like that big fancy place up there in New York City. What was it, Woolworths or something like that? Well, it's a country shop. I know you bring in occasionally some very nice jewelry from big towns like Chattanooga and up in Memphis way. I think even you told me once you got a shipment of jewelry in from Chicago, Illinois.
I did indeed. And I intend to move up in this world, and I cannot do it with the attitude and with the likes of her on my floor. You have got to do something. You have got to talk sense into that girl.
Well, why don't you tell me all about these fancy jewels you're bringing in here? Because it sounds to me, Belle, like you've gone from this tiny little country store on the corner kind of shop to, I don't know, very big, grandiose ideas. Why is that?
Ambition. I have ambition.
I admire that, Belle. Ambition. Good.
Yes,
I
ambition.
think anybody could appreciate and admire that, but I think you should also appreciate and admire that our sister-in-law has ambition too.
Oh,
Maybe it's a slightly different ambition from yours, Bill, but there's no reason to think that she does not have.
all she cares about is cooking dinner and wrapping up some gifts come Christmas, such stuff as that. She's simple, and you know it. She's
What
not
she
like you
is,
and me.
Belle, is what she is, Belle, is she is kind. She's very sweet. She's very down to earth.
Oh, great.
Not like her younger sister, who happens to be a very strong-minded woman. Frankly, she's not very much like her brother either. You were just mentioning that you were going to be cooking a delightful dinner tonight. Now, what have you picked?
Oh, I got pot roast and some mashed potatoes, but Belle,
Yes, Laura.
no, I want to tell. Phone call today for you. Soon as I got home, the phone rang, and it was a man asking if he could talk to you about the house.
Oh, good. But I'm having some work done. Good.
I was having work done.
Well, yes, I told you that there needs some looking at. Nothing major, nothing crazy urgent, just that, the roof, couple of spots. It's not young, so it needs a little
But
bit.
his numbers are on the kitchen counter, and I will be in there in a moment if you can't find it.
Oh,
Belle,
Yes, Laura.
I think that you are the best businesswoman in the whole entire town.
Well, thank you, Laura. That's very sweet. I think you're the best cook in the whole town.
Oh, hell, no, nobody cares about somebody who cooks.
Oh, that's not true. Everybody always said, Mama herself said the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Well, yeah, but the men, see, I guess there was just Jim for me. And now that there's no Jim,
Oh, you'll get another Jim. Jims are dimes a dozen. I'm sorry. But they
no,
all,
I don't want another Jim. I don't want another Jim. I want you to find your Jim
I don't want a Jim. Why would I want a Jim?
because you are unhappy.
Whatever makes you think I'm unhappy. I have a
Wow.
shop. People clamoring for me to be the ladies auxiliary president. I'm at the top of my game.
Well, maybe it's not a Jim, but I feel like I feel like ever since Mike left last year, you've just been sadder than sad. And it's like you're pushing yourself to do all these things and make yourself, I don't know, busy and accomplished and all those things that you're doing just so that you don't have to think about the fact that Mike left.
Do not ever, ever mention his name to me again. Do you understand?
Yes. Now listen, it's better that you don't call here and I will call you. I can't talk too loud. I'm right outside the back door by the kitchen. God, this cord stretches long enough to get me just enough out there past the crack of the door. I'd be practically sitting on the counter talking to you. No, I cannot talk very long on the phone. Those two cackling hens are there and they're talking about what they're going to have for dinner. Yes, of course, my sisters. Who the hell do you think I'm talking about? Yeah. Yes, including the one that owns the shop with the jewelry. So, I think if you could manage to get that shipment down here, bring it through her store, and I'll make sure that day when her sister Laura is there helping her, she won't know what it is. No, she's not an idiot. She's a very lovely woman, but she doesn't think like that, so she does not know. Just send it through the Bell store. I'll have Laura flag it. I'll come get it. And then we can finish our business. I can put a little aside for my sister. Leave her that house and get the hell out of this crazy little town. All right? This is not complicated, Frank. Just do what I'm telling you. No, Frank, this will be the last job we do, all right? I really am in no mood at my age to keep doing this. All right? You just do what I tell you. No, why would I go to Gary, Indiana? I don't even know where the heck that is on a map. Just send it down here. This is our last job together. Go out in a blaze of glory. All right. Thank you, Frank. It's been great doing business with you. All right.
There you are. How are you, honey? I'm sorry I barked at you yesterday.
You sure did.
You just touched a sore spot, that's all. Oh, come on, don't be pouting. Sitting over there mumbling, I can't hear a word you say. Stand up and come over here and talk to me so I can understand you.
What?
What did you say?
I said I was reading the Bible. Now, are you sorry that you bothered me?
So I'm sorry. I just thought that was funny.
Why is that funny?
Well, I don't know. It just struck me as humorous.
Probably because you've never been to a church in about 1,000,000 years.
Oh, maybe that has something to do with it. But doesn't it talk about forgiveness in the Bible? Doesn't it talk about that?
Yes.
All right. Hold that little chin up now. Give me that little smile.
Maybe I would feel a little bit more forgiveness if you made me one of those drinks that I like.
I can do that.
How was the afternoon at the office? What? I don't know why I said office. Well, at the store.
Here you go, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me make one for my own self.
I do love bourbon. This was Daddy's favorite drink.
Nectar of gods right here. King corn.
That's what he would say. Oh, come on in, Bub.
Bo's here, is he?
Just pop back again.
You've been
My
making
way.
yourself awful scarce here lately, Bo.
That was a long, long day for you.
Oh, well, it's a lot of busy stuff going on. And all.
Make him a drink.
I'll do
That'd be
that.
nice. I could
You
use
can,
that.
you can have mine and I'll get it.
I want a nice fresh
Oh.
one myself. You finish yours. Isn't bad there. She's awful good at it.
Here you go, Bo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good draw. Oh, reading the Bible again.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, she was.
Belle says that's laughable.
It's a very nice thing to do.
It's very nice, especially that forgiveness part. I like that part. Forgiveness.
You can always work your way around me. You know that. You have been able to do that your whole entire life.
Well, that's just because you're a kind and gentle spirit and open to forgiveness. You just have to be reminded every once in a while. That's all.
Well, then why? Belle,
Yeah.
do you mind so much being reminded of Mike?
You're trying me, aren't you?
I'm trying you.
You're trying.
You will not talk about Mike, and I am certain that sure that she is sad.
It sounds like that there's been a couple of raccoons squabbling over the garbage pail. Listen, the way you're going at it.
Well, it seems awfully funny coming from you. You've been pretty quiet here lately. Hadn't heard much from you.
Oh, I'm a busy bee. Busy.
Now, that's what Daddy used to always say when Mom was trying to get him to tell her what was going on too. You sound just like Daddy. And you know, I'm tired of people around this house always saying things that they don't mean and not saying things that you want to hear and never understand what everybody's talking about. And it feels like I'm just being pushed aside.
Now look what you done.
Well, I don't think it takes much to set her off these days.
Speaking of these days, what is it that you've been up to, brother?
I've been helping the shipping company, helping them set up shop, organizing themselves.
Oh,
You know, I've been managing a lot of businesses all my life. And just finishing up this job right now. It's very profitable. They're good people to work with. They're up near Waxahachie, outside Apalachicola.
I see.
Mhm.
Well, that's nice. How long do you think you're going to be working with them?
Probably not too much longer. Job's almost done.
Well, that's nice. It
Yeah,
seems
it is.
to keeping you mighty powerfully busy.
Oh, very much so. Very, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
No, my sister has a very big heart. Whether she's got a Bible in her hand or not, she's a big-hearted woman. Kind, understanding. She's not stupid, if that's what you think. I know a lot of people think that about her, and she's not.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a gentle soul. People take advantage of that. Soon she won't have to worry about being taken advantage of.
Is that right?
Oh, that's so very right. Yes, indeed.
Well, do you care to share the good news that's about to behold all of us?
I wouldn't say all of us, Belle. You're doing fine for yourself. I'm doing fine for myself. I'm busy. But this will certainly take care of Laura, and she won't have to worry about a thing. It's a good, solid investment I've got to set up.
Do you?
Laura?
Do you have a solid investment set up for me?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Well, that's awful fine to hear. But it seems to me that if I was going to be involved in something like that, I'd want to know something about it first.
But you don't have to trouble yourself with it.
Well, I want to trouble myself.
But I think you should not trouble
Well,
yourself
I'm
with
going
it.
to trouble myself.
Mm-hmm. Get yourself out of that one, bro.
Because you know what? I said yesterday. To put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Laura, listen to me.
I will listen to you, but you better be telling me straight. Because I'm tired of you acting like daddy. Mama hated it and I hate it. And I'm tired of being pushed around by you two.
Well, let me tell you something.
What?
I don't have to do this for you.
You don't have to do what for me?
Make sure that you are fine for the rest of your life.
What when you're going to do something illegal?
What are you? Do you understand? Do you have these conversations in front of that mirror in your boudoir every morning before you say them out loud?
Yeah. Doesn't everybody do that?
Yes, of course I do, dear. Listen.
Bill, don't you talk in the mirror and have conversations? Where'd you go? Oh, there. Don't you have conversations in front of the mirror where you try to kind of figure out what everybody's going to say if you say something? Everybody does that.
Well, yes, of course, everybody does that. Yes, dear. Everybody does that.
Good, the two crazy sisters. Fine. Listen,
Why are you looking after me when I've got this house?
Yes.
at this house, we were not left a lot of money. All we left was a house that needs a lot of work on it. This is a very old home, and it is not in great shape.
I like it just the way it is.
Yeah, well, you'll love it just the way it is when that roof collapses in on you. That roof needs to be fixed. Now listen.
I'm tired of talking about the past.
Well, you better talk about it. You better talk about everything that you need to do to take care of this place. I'm trying to put you in a position where you will not have to worry.
What do you think about that, Dale?
I know nothing.
Well, if there's money to be made, why isn't Dale part of it? She's our
That's
sister.
what Belle would like to know.
Belle's doing fine for Belle.
She's doing fine right now, but what if something all of a sudden happened and she couldn't be doing fine? If the money was in the house and the house was left for all three of us, shouldn't Val get some money too?
Yes,
Seems to me that's good business talk, right, Ben?
that's very equitable.
This is how it works. I'm going to take care of you, Laura, so that you can stay in this house. If and when the time comes that you need to sell the house, you and Belle can split it.
What about you?
I have a new job opportunity on the West Coast. I'll be moving probably in about a couple of weeks out to that fancy place out there, Los Angeles. I'm gonna move out to that. It's fine. Probably not for long. I'm just, I'm no spring chicken. Laura, I'm just going to be. Oh,
Oh,
I certainly did.
So I'm the last one to know again.
No, I just found out I didn't know until he spoke the words. I've been knowing something was up.
So that's why you've got all these grand ideas and these being nice to everybody because you're gonna leave. You're just gonna go, just like Debbie.
It is not,
Debbie, Belle.
it's not permanently. I just have some business that I'm helping to set up in Los Angeles. And I'll probably be back in, I don't know, 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year at the most. In the meantime, you will be fine here at the house. I'm setting it up so you are well taken care of. And you know, you can always rely on your sister Belle, who's such a kind and generous natured soul. Don't look at me like that.
Belle doesn't lie to me. She might not be nice all the time, but she doesn't lie.
I'll give her that. She's a very honest woman. Also give you the part about how she's not very nice.
The truth usually isn't nice.
That's
Bo,
right. Well, get the nail in the snow.
When is all this supposed to happen? Money falling in our laps, you leaving right away.
Well, I think if you go down and see Doug Smithers down at the First National Bank, I'd be more than happy to show you the bank account for the house. And
So this is all set.
it's all set. You don't have to.
All set.
It's all set. I told you.
All
I took
set.
care of everything.
Poor little bit, the poor little me.
That's right.
I think he could leave tomorrow.
Well, I'm leaving in 4 days.
Well, he could leave in one day.
That's so. You know, I still do own a third of this house.
And so does Val. Where's her third?
You two sell it, you can split it in half, or you can stay here until you're pushing up daisies for all I care.
yeah, for all you care. Because I have a feeling, big brother, that you've taken the lion's share of whatever it is.
I'm feeling like I don't know that, but I'm feeling like it's something real close to that for sure. I feel like,
Anytime
what?
anytime you start hiding stuff, there's a reason. There's a reason.
And you know what, Val?
What,
He's just
sweetheart?
sounding more and more and more like Daddy. And Mama got sadder too.
Well, let me tell you something.
What?
Daddy was a lot smarter than you two ever gave him credit for, and Mama as well. I know she loved him, but she did not always have the respect for him she should have. That man took good care of this entire family. Now I'm taking care of what's left of this family.
But aren't you just Mr. Big Man?
Someday, little sister, you will come to understand and appreciate what I did for you and for Belle. But in the meantime, if you both want to have a pout on, be mad, go right ahead. We'll go outside and make sure everything's all set for the evening.
I'd rather have you than the money.
No.
I'd rather have you than the money, Belle.
Well, I don't think that will be more happy with you.
I will not be more.
Laura, let him go.
Belle.
Come here, sweetheart. We'll be fine.
Belle.
We'll be fine. Mama didn't need Daddy. We don't need him.
Maybe not, maybe, but today I do.
No, you don't. You got a job. You got a job. Putting you on the floor. Starting tomorrow. Got a new dress for you and everything, waiting at the shop.
We're gonna be okay, aren't we?
We're gonna be fine, Belle. Don't you worry, sweetheart. We're gonna be fine.
Come back on and introduce yourselves again. Nice to have glasses on. Hi, I'm Kathy. This is Joe.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Impromptu from Sarasota, Florida.
And we had Rachelle Wasserman
Wasserman. with our
behind the
tech.
scenes, making all the magic happen. Thank you,
And
Rachelle.
everybody at Highwire Improv for all their help and support and giving us this opportunity. We are thrilled to be here tonight.
Thank you for having
so
us on.
much.
We hope you enjoy.
Namaste.
Bye.